OceanFish556 here with an update for Rico's Nano Challenge 2018. Haven't made a video in a while, so here today to serve it because you deserve it. So let's check out the tank. Oh, yes, I finally got the HD Prime up and running and sourced myself a mounting bracket, and it's doing its job very well. I have it on a schedule, starts at from 10 o'clock in the morning till 11:30 at night. 11-hour cycle, and it's working really well. I know what you're saying. It's not even in the center of the tank, but it actually is working pretty good. The spread is kind of far. Even on the far side of the tank, I really have no shadowing at all. Yeah, there's really none, I mean, except for the bridge portion. So I really like the way the Prime makes the tank look, and the lighting is just, it's really good. If you ever get one, check it out. Not really gonna do a review video maybe, but I really like this light. In comparison to what I was running before, an Orbit current LED, this light has way more function and control, and I like the setup. It's kind of small, it's minimal, and does its job really well. So let's check out filtration side of the tank. Got my auto top off right here. It's connected to this 5-gallon jug. It's kind of unsightly, but it's working really well. I took out the stock sock filter. Yeah, I got a lot of salt creep. And I actually got, let's see, this custom caddy gadget thing from Innovative Marine, and it basically has shelves in it. I have 2 rows of filter floss, fine and kind of coarse, and on the bottom rack I have my Chemipure. So that is actually what's in the first chamber. Second chamber, I got my Eheim heater. It's actually a little warmer where I live, so I might shut it off in the next couple weeks. And then no longer Chemipure in the bottom, I have it inside the media rack. And last but not least, the auto top off sensor. Really like the auto top off sensor. Just the auto top off in general. I mean, if you live in a place that evaporation is a concern, you won't regret buying it. I have nothing bad to say about this auto top off. It does its job all day, every day when it needs to. Keeps the tank, my salinity in check, because if you're adding water manually, like for a saltwater tank, salinity might be a concern if you're not doing it twice a day. You forget 1 or 2 days, a whole weekend, and your salinity is gonna go up a little bit. It might affect things. So auto top off, just think about it. So the tank, let's start from the right side. Mount Sketchmore, standalone rock structure, part of the aquascape. The L-shaped section on the bottom is 2 pieces of reef saver rock that I put some aquarium safe putty on and made an L-shaped section, and it balances pretty well. Threw a piece of Tonga shelf rock on it, and it's literally just balancing. Yeah, there's nothing holding that together. It's just balancing. Some of my first coral zoanthids, I think it's called God's Armor. It's kind of looking up, a little down, because I've only had the lights running for maybe a week, so I noticed a big difference. They got like really colorful. And the necks, the stalks didn't extend as far. They actually went down, but I'll plan on getting more corals. I mean, there's 2 more holes for frag plugs on the side of it, so I got options. Cleaner shrimp, not really doing his job. He just steals food from my fish, my clowns. Second piece we got going on is the hollow block. The bases consist of a man-made live rock, and I kind of puttied this centerpiece rock. It's called Dragon Rock. It's used in freshwater tanks. So far, since it's been in my saltwater tank, I haven't had issues. I don't think I have. The fish seem healthy. And on the top of it is just Tonga shelf rock, the same thing that's on the top of Mount Sketchmore. Just kind of have this domino effect teetering. Both aquascapes look really unnatural, but that's a look I was going for, so it stays. So livestock. So let's address the first thing. When I got this tank, first fish I got was this lightning maroon clownfish. I named him Flash, and while he was by himself, he was basically the only male clownfish fish in the tank. And then he was established. This is a system with an established maroon clownfish. So I did something not too smart. I added another clownfish. Didn't even add a maroon clownfish. I added this guy a couple weeks ago. This is my phantom clownfish. His name is Shadow. Yeah, Shadow's just chilling. So Shadow is basically the male. So now that Flash is the established female, I changed his name, now it's a her, to Marge. Marge, like Marge from The Simpsons. I know Marge has blue hair. This is a mostly red and white maroon clownfish, but I like the name, so we're gonna call this lightning maroon clownfish Large Marge. And since the last time I posted a video, she actually took to the anemone. She was really messing with Shadow for a while, not fighting, just aggroing him all over the tank. She discovered the bubble tip anemone and has not left it since. So over here we have Shadow, my phantom clownfish. And how did I do it? How did I manage to not destroy my phantom clownfish by adding him to a system with a maroon clownfish? I put Large Marge in lockdown the day I got the Ocellaris. So 5 days in a breeder box, just sitting on the top of the tank. And Large Marge calmed down. She stopped attacking the maroon clownfish. I let her out and they kind of don't really fight anymore. But this section of the tank that's kind of hollowed out where the hermit crab is, that's from fighting in the past. They don't really fight anymore. I wouldn't say they're a pair, but my maroon clownfish Large Marge definitely accepts Shadow living in the same tank with her. Shadow has options. He can always swim to the right side of the tank. But for some reason, since day one, he favors this side of the tank, right in front of Large Marge and her anemone. I know real estate is prime in this tank, and Large Marge is kind of cool with it. She has literally taken over the hollow block, this structure right here. She swims around, she checks out Shadow throughout the day, and she just does her. This is her tank. She was the first fish. Shadow just kind of lives here. I really like the shimmer from the Prime HD. Just, it does its job so nicely. And they get along just fine. Coral is doing well. I'm gonna get more. I know. I gotta get more corals. I'm not on it, but you know, it's a slow game. It's a patient game, and just making sure that my two clowns are getting along, and they are for the majority of the most part. Let's give them a little snack. I feed nothing but the finest of flakes. New Life Spectrum Optimum. They kind of know it's feeding time. They're like, what's going on? All right. Feed some flakes. And feeding time. That was a little bit of a heavy feed, but I'm doing it with one hand, so bear with me. So this is feeding time. They're kind of cool with it. They don't really argue, fight anymore. I leave this mag float there for Shadow to kind of hide behind. They have their moments, but it's not like fighting for seconds on end. He still eats every day. And large Marge feeds the anemone flakes. I don't know if that's good for the anemone. Comment in the section below, is that bad if the anemone eats flakes? I doubt it, but I'm not 100% certain. So, the feeding is okay. Shadow fights back. All right, let's turn this pump on. I'll give it a couple of seconds. But this is the update for the Nano Challenge, Rico's Nano Challenge 2018. Not too much going on as far as corals go, but my livestock is getting colorful. Large Marge, the boss. Shadow. Hopefully her soon-to-be mate. We'll figure it out. No rush. Let's turn this pump back on. And that is the update for the tank. There'll be more in the future, and I'll keep posting videos. OceanFish556. I will see you later.